Paying for college can be a very stressful situation for a student. Every school year, students are urged to fill out a free application for financial aid, known as the FAFSA, or the Financial Application for Student Aid, in order to receive those loans and grants from the government to attend a college or university of the student's choice. FAFSA will award a financial aid package to students based on their parents' income, and the student is responsible for the remainder of any college expenses. What if a student has no parents or no home, no other family or income to lean on? How can these homeless students make college a choice for them, and how is UCF making it possible? There are 3 questions on the application that ask about homelessness, questions 56 through 58. The challenge with these types of questions is that in order to prove you are a displaced student, you must have a teacher, guidance counselor, or another outside source to sign off on that your parents refuse to support you. FAFSA states a student is considered homeless if he or she lacks fixed, regular, or adequate housing. This includes students who are living in shelters, motels, cars, or parks, or who are temporarily living with other people because they have nowhere else to go. Students are also considered homeless if they are fleeing an abusive parent or parents who would otherwise provide the student with financial support and a place to live. As a former FAFSA applicant, I can speak for the fact that FAFSA application makes it difficult for me to prove that I am an independent student and have been since 2013. Now imagine proving homelessness. First of all, not all displaced students will get approved as an independent homeless student, and second, being homeless is not something that students will open up about in order to obtain the signatures for free aid. Fortunately, the University of Central Florida has stepped in and offered options that will help aid these students financially so that they can obtain their bachelor's degree and have the opportunity to start a future for themselves. My name is Kiana Tatro. I am an anthropology major here at the University of Central Florida. Over the course of this semester, we were presented with a project, a task to come up with a particular idea and research further into it. It took me some time to come up with my project idea because I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go with it. All I knew was that I wanted to find a real issue, something that was up close and personal, and that students here could make an impact on. I started to research further into how we, as students, could make a difference in the Orlando community. My first thought was that if we could house more homeless folks, it could impact the community, of course. However, with the time restraint and what I could work into my already hectic work-life balance, I knew that it was too broad and big of a topic to touch up on and finish by the end of the semester. It would be meaningful, however, it would not be able to make a difference, at least in the time restraint that I had. Finally, through deep thought and extended research into my university, I had learned about an organization here on the UCF campus called Knights Helping Knights Food Pantry. This organization sparked my interest in particular because, well, what student wouldn't accept free items such as clothes, food, shoes, pots and pans? I thought to myself, if we as students wait in line for 45 minutes to an hour just to receive a free t-shirt or a free slice of pizza, how have we never heard about a food pantry on campus with no line that's willing to give you 5 free t-shirts a day or 5 free food items that you don't have to wait 45 minutes for? It was in that moment that I had realized that the awareness of homelessness on campus was not big enough, and neither are the resources that our campus has to offer. For my project, I have decided to dig deeper into what exactly students are aware of and what exactly being a homeless student entails. My inspiration for this project is my father. Being a homeless student since high school, my father was eager to start college. It was a plan for him to get a degree and get out of the situation that he had been in for so long. Couch surfing, working several jobs, playing sports, and keeping his grades up. And with the grace of God, my father received a full ride to play football for the University of Miami. was a dream come true. Just until he injured his knee. And that was in his first season. The scholarship was quickly revoked, and my father was back to square one. No money for college, no home. Unfortunately, for my dad, the services that help us and that are offered today were not when he was in college. I want to be able to share with students who are homeless and students who are not, in order to grow awareness of the homeless population and how we can help to be able to keep homeless students in school, fed and clothed. In order to learn more about what Knight's Pantry entailed, I set up an interview with one of the managers there, Miss Johanna. During my interview session with her, I had learned that the Knight's Pantry began as a project in 2011 over in Pride Commons. As it quickly expanded, it was moved into Feral Commons in the spring of 2013. Currently, the pantry is run by 2 managers and 5 work-study students. There are also weekly volunteers that help with the delivery of goods from a local grocery store called Lucky's Market. Knight's Pantry also receives fruits and vegetables from the campus arboretum and donations from the community. Last year, Knight's Pantry received 44,505 items that were donated and 32,705 pounds of food, and was able to help 12,000 students by providing 4,749 clothing items, 43,185 food items, and 28,387 pounds of food. During the interview, I had mentioned to Johanna that I had never heard of the Knight's Pantry, and that when I asked random students on campus, the majority had not either. She admitted that they were in need of marketing help. She explained that when it comes down to prioritizing the responsibilities of running a food pantry, that advertising was the least important because there was not much help already, and a lot of the other important duties had to be completed first. Right now, the pantry does some tabling in the student union and tried to reach out on social media to promote their pantry. They are currently in search of a person to take over the marketing aspect of the pantry and hope to be able to combine it with the duties of the shopper position. To close out the interview, I had asked what some of the goals were that the pantry was working towards. I was surprised to hear that one of the goals was to reach out to the students on campus who feel like they have to be needy to utilize the pantry, and to help students to better understand that anyone can go there. As Johanna says, to be more inclusive and push towards students who don't need to qualify and be of service to all students, but the challenge with that is sustainability. I feel that if enough students got involved in helping with the organization, that we would be able to do so. In order to do that, the Knight's Pantry would really have to market towards the students who do not already know about the pantry. After my interview with Johanna, it was time for me to interview 3 random selected students on campus to find out genuinely if they knew about the Knight's Pantry or not, and what their insight was on how they defined homelessness on campus.
Hi, I'm Matthew Dickens. I am a freshman at UCF.
Hi, my name is Bonnie Bailey. I am a nursing major at UCF.
Hi, my name's Alba. I go to University of Central Florida and my major is biomedical sciences.
I think homeless students are anyone that does not have a concrete place to stay, someone that picks and chooses where they live. They might sleep with a friend or just not have a concrete place to stay. They probably rely on financial aid to get whatever they can, but they don't have a stable income.
So in my opinion, a homeless student is somebody who doesn't have a for sure place to sleep at night, and they don't have a place to call home, I guess, or they're living out of their car. Someone who doesn't have a reliable source of income.
I I would say that a homeless student, well, they're struggling more than the average college student, and they might have a job, but they might be like living in their car or with a friend at the moment.
So I've actually gone to Knight's Pantry a few times. I know that they give out free food, free everything. There's a few rules about how much you can take. They have clothing. I've gotten a pan and some pasta from there once. I've also actually volunteered to help make some of the food that they offer there. I think it's a great service, and I think not a lot of people know about it, and they should.
Honestly, I don't know much. I learned a little bit about it in orientation, and I know that they provide food, and I'm not sure about other supplies for students who may be in need.
I knew it existed, but that's about it.